Mike Pichelli here. For this lesson, I'll be talking about Paul McCartney's bass work on Come Together. Now, I've already done a lesson on the guitar parts of Come Together, and I'll put that link in the comments below. And I do play bass on the Sound Alike, but I, truth be told, didn't pay that close attention to it. So I've really taken a deep dive into it here, and I'm going to show you some of the intricacies of what Paul did. The song is in the key of D minor, which has a B flat, but there's never a B flat used in this song. They use a B minor. So I think it's easier to write it out in the key of C without any sharps or flats. And do note that even though it's in the key of D minor, if you just wanted to play a chord, you'd be playing a D7 raised 9. But they basically do the kind of Chuck Berry rock and roll kind of lines of sorts. So again, check out the guitar lesson if you want to know that. But as far as the bass lesson is concerned, Paul bases his bass line on three simple notes: the root of the chord D, the fifth of the chord A, and the minor third F. But he gets the D on the fifth fret of the A string, and then he slides up to the 12th fret of the A string to get the A, and he gets the F on the 10th fret of the G string, and then an octave D again on the 12th fret of the D string. But in order to play it like he did, use your second finger on the D and slide up to the A. Now, you don't pick when you're going to do that slide. Just pick twice and then slide. All right? Then use your first finger to get that F on the 10th fret, and use your third finger to get the D on the D string, and then you slide down just about to a G almost every time. So a long-winded to say, and then down. But the way it's counted, make sure you don't slide too fast. It's kind of a fast slide up, but don't make it happen too quickly. Make sure you're starting your slide on the second beat. So you'd go, and then down. Right? So in tempo, it sounds like this. 3, 4. And you'll notice that he bends that F ever so slightly. Sometimes, like a 16th bend. Just ever so, get a little extra, human sound in it. So again, in tempo, the intro would be 3, 4. Really swampy, nice. Now on the verse, he plays just about the same thing, but sneaks in one little hammer on. On the and a 3, he plays an extra octave D up here. So very slowly he goes, then you hammer on, and then pick before you go down. So real slow. In tempo, 3, 4. My compressor on my bass amp is making that hammer-on sound louder than it does on the record, but that's what he does. Okay, then when he gets to the A, he plays 2 A's here. He goes, and he gets up and he bends this C like a quarter tone and hits an A. So slides down to a low G and holds that for 4 beats. So that would be the intro and the verse, which I guess I'll play for you and probably clear it up. 2, 3, 4. and that's a verse. The second verse is exactly the same. The only thing different is when he plays the riff again, the second time, the second and the third measure, he plays the D's very staccato. So on the riff, the second time, the first one is normal, like, normal eighth notes, like, and then staccato. And then normal eighths. So let me play you the second riff in time. 3, 4. And it's exactly the same as it was in the first verse from then forward. The first refrain, the chords are just B minor to A to G. And he plays, since he's holding this low G here, I'm guessing he plays, and it sounds to me like he plays his B here. And it's just straight eighths. Now when he gets to this A, you can hear he's doing two A's. So he plays the A on the 5th fret of the E string and an open A string to a G. So it's simply and then to the riff again. Let me turn my page. Oh yeah, because there's something at the end of the riff. So now on the riff, the second time he plays, he goes, well, I should tell you, it's just a little, when he gets up to the F, he's going to hammer on twice up there. So that's actually probably the third time you hear the riff. It's like, right? Verse 3 is exactly the same, like verse 1 and 2, doing the little hammer on, Right? Don't pick the hammer on. Hammer on the hammer on. To the A. I like that little. To a G. Ba-ding dang dong, ba-ding ding dingy dingy ding. Refrain 2, just like refrain 1, B's. 2 A's. G. Do-do, and now plays the riff twice, and at the end there's just a little hammer on from 10 to 12 of the G string. Like this. Okay? And then we're off to the solo. Now on the solo, he's just, playing roots, and the solo goes 4 measures of D minor, 4 measures of A, and then the riff. Now, the first measure of the solo, you play straight eighth notes just. All the measures from then on, beats 1 and 3, you play staccato. So just a short bit on 1 and 3. So very slowly, the solo is like this. It'd be like. Same thing when you get to the A. And then the riff. And this is the 4th time we hear the riff, or riff 3. You play the same hammer on from 10 to 12 of the G string, but 3 times. So the riff sounds like this. Let me do the solo in time and the third riff. 2, 3, 4. Okay? Thank you, Ringo. Verse 4 is exactly the same, normal verse. Here, hammer, then pick. Same thing on the A. So sassy, right? The third refrain is, they're all the same. And then riff 4 is exactly the same, except the end, he's going to go from 12 to 10 to 12, like that. So I'll play a riff 4. Would be and then the ending fade out thingy. He's just playing D's and he's beating the living daylights out of D, and it gets really kind of out of tempo and a little wackadoodle at the end. But for the most part, what you need to know is you play eighth notes of the D, and the first measure is just straight eighths. Then he starts hammering on from the 4th fret to the 5th fret, and in various different ways. I've written it out exactly. I'm not sure I can read it perfectly right now, but for the most part, I'll play you some of it. The ending sounds like this. Well, let me get the tempo. The ending fade is continues on like that, and later on he gets in some just, and he ends up on the, again, wackadoodle that I am. I wrote it out, so if you want to know it exactly, charts and tabs are available at MikePicelli.com. I think I'll play the whole song for you with the drummer so you can see how it all fits together. So have a look at this. Well, there you have it. Paul McCartney's iconic bass part for Come Together. My charts and tabs are available for you to download at mikepacelli.com, and I certainly do appreciate your consideration in supporting my work that way. So have fun playing this great old song, and until next time, I'm Mike Pacelli. Thanks for hanging out with me.